Kicking Country 103.1, Chuck Baker. I have got Kyle Park on the phone with me this morning. And Kyle, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. Good to talk to you as always, Chuck. How you been?
I am doing great. And you are on top of the world because your brand new album, The Blue Roof Sessions, comes out today.
I know, man. Oh, so excited about it.
Well, now, we got to talk about this thing because it's a whole different direction for you in a lot of ways.
Yeah, well, first of all, this is like 2 years in the making. We started doing this thing July of 2013, so I'm definitely anxious and excited to get this out, but because of not only how long it took me to make, but it was also a different recording process for me. I got to record this in a house this time, not a recording studio. And why, I don't know. Just thought it would be a fun, cool idea, different, and thinking outside the box. But it was definitely, it's the most fun I've had making a record. Just being in a house a month and living on the lake and having the musicians come to the house and having my good friends be with me and write songs with me, and just a very cool, organic experience.
Well, you've got webisodes out there that you are posting showing the process of the recording, and it shows this beautiful home on Lake Travis where you did it, and then you also give them tidbits of how it all came together. I think that is so cool.
Yeah, these days you have to, it's good of you to have as much content as you can for social media and YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff, and that was one thing I thought about doing back then, but also really it's because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if we'd be able to keep 5 songs or 15 songs or what, and I thought it'd be fun to just kind of log the experience and, have a behind-the-scenes style documentary. That's what it is.
Well, it is too cool. And speaking of the number of tracks, you've got 12 on there. And, man, you got some country rocking songs. You pushed the boundaries in ways on this one, from song composition to choices to production, the whole ball of wax.
Yeah, I wouldn't have recorded any of these 12 songs the way I did. If it had been 10 years ago, my first album, I wouldn't have done these songs. I would have been nervous or scared of, I think it's important for musicians to grow. And if I was worried about what my grandma thought and what your grandma thought and all that stuff and what so-and-so thought, that's not how I started writing music back in the day. I just wrote music because I wanted to, and it's the way I felt. And I kind of went back to that feeling this time. This style of music is the way I felt at the time, and it really fits our band well. And I know it's not fiddle and steel guitar twang, but it's still me, and I'm still country, and the lyrics are still country, and it's just a different flavor by me,
Oh, man, the first single off of it, What Goes Around Comes Around. Our listeners are loving that song, and we have been playing the heck out of it.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys' support as always. You guys play our music, so much, and if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't, have a show like we do in San Angelo. So I really thank you for that.
Well, you've got a tremendous number of fans here. If I'm not mistaken, this is your 7th album, your 7th studio album, and of course you've had numerous EPs out there. So this isn't your first rodeo. You've been doing this a long time, buddy.
Yeah, if you count the EPs, it's 7. I think this is my 5th record, full-length record. The 2 EPs make 7, but this is definitely... it's different for me. This album, I kind of want to take the actor's approach in the sense that I could make the same movie over and over, but it's kind of boring. And I wanted to make a real, just a different movie, a different album, something that the fans aren't used to hearing me sing. And it's not that I don't want, I couldn't do it. The next album I make might be a Ray Price, tribute album or a, country cover album. Who knows? But now I wanted to make a rockin' country album.
Well, that's something I love about you too, Kyle, and your fans do too, because you keep them guessing. They don't know. You're not predictable. They don't know exactly what you're going to do on your next projects. And I
don't think
that's
I
great.
do either, Chuck.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
you got to be feeling good that CMT premiered the What Goes Around Comes Around video as well. You've had a lot of exposure on that thing.
Yeah, that's as far as, TV and national success, What Goes Around Comes Around, I think has been one of our bigger songs nationally. We just started, pushing our stuff nationally more. For the past 8 years or so, we've been hitting Texas really hard for good reason, because we can, there's so many places to play, so many great places. But now the goal is to get out to more states than we've been playing. Right now we're playing in about 10 to 12 states regularly, and we're going to try to expand that more in 2016.
By the way, I don't know if you have a date. I don't want to put you on the spot, but hopefully it won't be too long before you get back to San Angelo.
Yeah, I was just looking at my calendar. I don't see any dates in the near future, but if we don't do it this year, I'm sure we'll be there really, really soon. And if not in Angelo, somewhere really close by. We play every single weekend, so we're easy to find. We're playing Billy Bob's tonight, and it'll be a big show, and hopefully we'll be able to, hit Angelo soon.
Now, that's a cool way to have a CD release party at Billy Bob's.
That's right.
That is too cool.
Big day all around.
Now the big question. Where can people get your music today, your new Blue Roof Sessions?
Yeah, well, it's on iTunes. It's on my website, kylepark.com. It's on, anywhere you can buy music. Just search it up. You'll find it.
Well, all the best to you with the Blue Roof Sessions. I'm sure that it will be like your other albums, and that is just having hit after hit after hit, and a lot of sales on it as well. I encourage people to go out and get a copy because it sounds great.
Wow, thanks. I'm proud of it.
All right, everybody, go get yourself a copy of the Blue Roof Sessions. Hit stores, all of your other social media outlets today. It is available right now. And Kyle, we want you to get back to San Angelo as soon as you can.
ASAP, I'm there.